Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dan here, back here. This is Dan Scott Traders Hub. Hope you guys are having a good time. Yeah, hope you are having a good time. It's another morning. If you're having a good time, please go ahead and comment. And please, I want to understand, I had to reset some of the things on the PC, so please kindly let me know if if the voice here, if the sound is okay. So let me know so that I can work on it before we get ahead of other things. So let me wait and hear from you guys, because I had to reset several. So I want to know if you guys are from you guys, because I had to reset several. This is Dan here, but this is Dan Scott Traders Hub. Hope you guys are having a good time. Yeah, hope you are having a good time. It's another morning. Alright, I think I've just checked on my phone. I think the sound is okay. So let's now get into it. Father, we thank you for this very morning. It's a Monday morning. We're back here in your presence. We're back here in the church, Lord, to make money. Yes, it's straightforward. We're here to look at how to capitalize on this opportunity, to be able to grab something out of it and be able to make money and change our lives, and of course at the end of the day give you all the glory and the honor that you deserve. We give you praise for the signals. Thank you for the signals. Thank you for the good entries, good exits. So Lord, we know today it's going to be a good day. Thank you. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right, please go ahead and go ahead and like the stream. Go ahead and share it, and let's go ahead and share the stream, and let's start. Of course, as usual, we start with crash 500. So let's go ahead and start with crash 500. If the voice has a problem, please let me know in the comment section there, because I had to change a lot of things and to reset the whole of this system that I use right here. Alright, so let's get into it. Crash 500. So what we see here, let's start from weekly. We wanted price to get there and then later on come straight down to sales. That's what we are waiting for. So apparently the move that we needed right here never happened, but clearly we see that price is still going on with the buys, and as of now it has actually reached a certain point of interest, which is a fair value gap right about there. It is a fair value gap. That's why it is currently, according to the daily time frame. According to daily, we've been buying, and this may turn out to be a fake breakout, but from what I see, we can change we can change everything right here. Instead of there, we can have it right here to understand what it was actually telling us right here. So having seen this, we can delete all this, go to H4. In fact, now raise this, can raise it up all the way here like that, because now this is the high that has given us the current, low. From there, this took us there, and then from there we went down and then up right now. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at understanding clearly what is happening. So according to what I see there on the daily, having that fair value gap, it's a small one. According to H4, it will be a big one, and clearly you see that we are now overbought, meaning the trend line is on the right level, and even where we have that fair value gap is now confirmed to be a point of interest, having seen what price is doing currently. So that said, above there, according to H4, there is an order block. Above there is an order block. There's this order block right there. So I'm just going to draw something like that kind of big thing, that order block, that fair value gap and the order block also, because price can choose to go all the way up to this very OB right here alone, and then it later comes back into sales. So remember, we have to remember that we are within this kind of structure. It means this will be this will be a flag, or you can say an expanding rising wedge from what we see. So meaning we will be seeing, of course, sales just like we need, but now we've reached a point of interest according to daily and H4. There is that fair value gap. There's this fair value gap, but again, I've now shown you that there is also that order block on H1, on H4, which was never mitigated. It was never mitigated, so it's right about there. That's the one there. So price may actually look at mitigating it too. So for now, we will just have it also drawn there and wait, because we've just now touched the overbought there. We can now be optimistic of some good moves today, having seen that kind of move. Looking at here, I clearly see that according to H1, I don't have momentum to either sell or buy, so it means we are going to be consolidating a bit more until we have a breakout right here, which will be a change of character, and then continue to sell. Yeah, so for now, this is a no-go. Don't waste your time on it. Boom 1000. Let's now go to boom 1000. Alright, so boom 1,000. What did we see last week? First go to weekly. We need this kind of move. We are buying all the way up to get us all the way up there. So if we go to daily, we are almost getting overbought, but we need to reach that level. That's where we want it. That's when we'll be overbought according to daily. So having known that, we are almost reaching, and clearly looking at what we have on H4, H4 already tells us that we are overbought, but according to daily we are not yet, so we need to still, the general trend is still a buy. So looking at H1, we saw all these moves. We made money on Friday, Saturday. Congrats to those that kept on following this analysis. Even Saturday we looked at some of these. Actually, we made even money on Saturday. It's the only trade that I entered that I was able to analyze. Even I was on my phone. So those who were on the signal, those who are on the VIP platform, I believe you guys saw and took this trade. Yeah, I believe you did. So let me show you the history. That was a trade there, and we entered buys right here. This was that was the sniper entry trade that we took on Saturday, right here, from here around the way right there. And then we took sales that came later on, took me out, I think, on my stop losses. Yeah, but I told you already that once we reach there, we're going to sell, when I had seen some momentum change. So now, what are we doing today? Oh yes, I even actually entered a buy later. Yes, I entered a buy later to recover the loss that I had encountered right here when it came to hit my stop losses. So once it came back here, I was already seeing that was a point of interest, and I entered that buy to recover and called it a day on Saturday. Yeah, so now what are we looking at today? This is H1. I can delete that. I think I can also delete this. Don't need it. This, let's first drag it, but being an order block in between the trend, it may not be, I don't see it being valid. Still it's invalid now. So I'm looking at that kind of support level right there according to H1. There's this order block that was never mitigated. We can still drag it according to H1, and now I can delete this. Wait a minute, has this TP been hit yet? Let's look at that. This one right here, has it been hit yet? Not really. So we are still looking for it. So we need to get there. So how do we see? According to this very support, we currently see that we had a change of character right there. Yeah, this is according to H1. It's even a double bottom down below on that support level. Remember, the general trend is a buy according to a daily time frame. This was just it's going to retest. It can't just continue selling like that. It's going to retest for some good hours. So going to M15, after seeing a change of character on H1, let's go to M15, look at what we are seeing, if it is making sense. And clearly, if you see that there on M15, that was a change of character that was tested, and now it has given us a break of structure. This is a break of structure, and it has returned to this OB. If I go to M5, I see something different. M5 is overboard, and clearly I see again something different, which tells me that I don't need to enter now, to enter buys now. That means I need to wait for M5 to confirm my entries. So there is a likelihood of price coming all the way back to this OB right here. There's a likelihood of price coming all the way back here, and then later on we make our entries. So what do I do right here? I put my buy limit. I put my buy limit right there, because that's how I plan to enter this. So if it comes all the way down below there, I will be having my entry of a buy. Alright, this is boom 1000. You have to remember this is boom 1000, so we are going to be looking at that. The reason I've not entered this, I would have entered this because it is coming back to this order block. Yeah, but I've not entered there because of what I saw on M5, and clearly you can see that that's what we needed to do according to M15, having it returned back to this order block. You can see clearly that the entry right there was what was needed, but I was skeptical to enter because of M5, and now I've missed that opportunity to enter. As I was drawing this order block, the spike came through and the buy continued. So what do? We just wait for a pullback. We just wait for a pullback. That's when we will enter again. That's when you will enter again. Alright, so that is a no-go for now. We don't have an entry, we wait for a pullback. Right now, I don't have even a point of interest that I can say to pull back to make a pullback to, because now this has been mitigated. This order block has been mitigated. This one is not yet mitigated, but now that it has mitigated this, it may not come to mitigate this. So let's now wait for another point of interest. Boom 500, boom 500. We are selling. According to weekly, we are selling. That is the general trend on the weekly, and we had a perfect breakout, I believe, yeah, and then we haven't seen a retest yet. So this retest may enter back into that structure, which is an expanding rising wedge. So it may, looking at what I have on daily and looking at that according to CCI on daily, we should be looking at buys. So if I go to H4 and I look at what I have there, which was a change of character there, and now it has returned back to that level. It has actually returned to this order block right there. That tells me what I need to do. Yeah, so that tells me that according to, oh wait, H1 is looking at sales. It's weird. That's weird. Let me go to M15. M15, we're looking for buys. The momentum on H1, I mean the this structure on H1 is just weird. So it's gonna come down below, fail to give us a new lower low according to H1, and that's how the buys will come in. That's how the buys will come in. So the structure that we wanted on Friday is break out there and then retest it, and then later on come with the buys, and clearly it is what has happened so far. It broke out there, it has gone to this level. You can clearly see the level that it has gone back to. It is that order block right there. Now the retest is this that is happening currently. So we are waiting for this to be we're waiting for this to be to react right here, and then later on make that kind of entry. So please, let's now I'm going to anticipate what I want to see, where I'm gonna enter my sells, my buys. Right here is a point of interest, which is a fair value gap, and clearly price is reacting from that right now, 2 times actually. We go to M5. Do I have a confirmation? Oh man. I think I do. I think I do have a confirmation to make this buy. If I enter that buy, I'm gonna be taking my stop loss all the way down below, right here. Yeah, the buy right here is going to put me just right there. I'm not going to risk beyond this. So I've entered a buy. 1, I was waiting for this structure to come through. 2, according to what we need on H4, we need to enter those buys, and price has reacted back to that order block. So one may say this entry is according to H4. I have to remind you that H4 was sort of giving us a change of character, which is weird right there when we started to sell, and clearly that's the reason why you see this move. But then you have to remember, according to daily time frame, we are looking for this kind of pullback. So that's why a buy is inevitable. A buy is inevitable. It has to come through to reach those levels. So for now, first delete this, and then let's now wait. What do we need this? Not really. Delete that. Do we need this? Not really. Delete that. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to wait for what comes through. If it comes all the way down below, then I will accept my loss. But then where am I taking my profits? My first TP is just here, but then my other TP, it's going to be according to what? H1, looking for a point of interest. No, I'll just go with that first TP and call it a day. I don't want to overtrade. It may come right there. Is that order block? It may come right there. That's what I was looking at according to that analysis, and then later on we start to sell once more. So for now, let's now hold on to enter many entries. Let's just hold on for now. All right, so that's it on Boom 500. I don't know if you guys are seeing it just the way I'm seeing it, but that's what I'm seeing on Boom 500. I'm looking at that. It's a bit tricky, and it doesn't have that good selling momentum because of whatever we are seeing here. If you see the M5, you see the change of character, you're seeing 10 MA price being below 10 MA, so the buy momentum is a bit low to actually even enter. But from what I wanted on this analysis, it's what I'm seeing. Oh, just a minute. If this says otherwise, I will have to close this this entry. Let me look at my fib. Or not really, it's not yet. So I think I'm safe. I think my stop loss is safe. I believe it is safe. So let's wait and see if it is gonna be safe. Alright, that is Boom 500. Let's now head over to V25 1S. V25 1S. Oh, sorry, I forgot to update. So Vol 25. Vol 25 1S. So over the, let's see, this is Sunday, Saturday, Friday. Okay, this structure was weird, that's why it was never respected. Yeah, this structure was a weird one. So we can delete it and actually look at a better thing right there. Delete. We have this order block that's being active. It's acting like as a support. As a resistance level. And I want to choose to also use this right there, and clearly there we have some sort of range. Price goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, so it hasn't touched that resistance level yet. So there's a likelihood of going to touch there, but let's understand if we are sure of that. I think we are not looking at what I'm seeing down below here, so we may be continuing to sell. So going to H4, we are supposed to be looking for buys. Price came, tested that order block, and then the buys should be coming in. So why are we seeing momentum to sell? This is just going to be just a pullback, probably to that fair value gap, probably back to that fair value gap. So if this is the case, one may wait and see the reaction of price when it gets to this level, but according to what I see, this may happen. Remember, this is a resistance level, so it may either come back to this level, or if it gets enough orders right here and it gets enough liquidity, then we may see actually even a breakout. So let's hold on, and clearly I see something now right about here. Excuse me, I see something right about there, and if I was to use the current levels that I have, I'll be looking at something like that. So if this becomes the case that we are looking at, then we may see even a bit more of sales down below before we actually continue with the buys. But let's hold on to make conclusions and see what will happen. So for now, delete that high. No, we need to have it. Let's have it right there. Let's have it and see what will happen. So this is still what is happening. We according to H1, we're supposed to be selling, that's for sure, according to H1. But H4, H4 is having the momentum to buy. Why? Because of this level that we came to, and which acted as our support level right there. So that's why we see price reacting there a lot. And now it came to that level, and we're supposed to be looking at buy entries. And again, according to daily, you clearly see that it touched the retracement level. So in as much as we are looking for some kind of sales, these sales may not happen. These sales may not come through. Why? Because the general trend is a buy. According to daily, according to H4, that's what we'll be looking at. And now that we've seen that according to H4 we have some sort of symmetrical triangle, then we know that price is likely to give us a breakout up or down. But looking at where we are, which is a support, we may anticipate a reversal of this previous trend. So now, having seen all that, let's go to M15. M15, price has reacted to this OB, that last OB right there, and we have an entry. Let's go to M5. M5 is showing us it's still overbought. So there's a likelihood to come all the way down. So for now, I take my chill and just wait for when I enter buys. I'm not going to risk looking for sales. Alright, that is V50. V25S. Let's now get to V75. V75. So V75 V75, let's get to see according to daily. No, start from weekly. Right, weekly is a bit low. Let's get to daily. Daily, we are looking at we are overbought. Oh, that's weird. That's very weird. How is it oversold even when we haven't reached the target yet? That's weird. Not loving this. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe a fake kind of, but then it is overbought. Even on H4, the momentum seems to be changing to sales, having seen what I'm seeing currently, price being below the 10 MA. Okay. Okay, so let's now understand it deeply. Let's get to it. Alright, so we had that structure, should be taking us right there. So why is it giving us this kind of pull? Let's go to H1. H1 we are selling, but we've reached a retracement level. So that's the reason why it is retracing. So it's going to retrace back to where? Let's look at that. Alright, so this level is likely to hold this again, so it's gonna retrace back there and then come again with the sales. We know that, but we have a new structure that is happening. If I was to draw it, it would look like that. According to H4, if I was to draw it, the structure would look like that. So this is just having a weird momentum. It's going to be hard to get some swing trades, some good trades. We may be scalping it for some good time from what I'm seeing. So if I'm going to H4, if I go to H4, that's what I will be seeing. I will be seeing something like that. It's got a pullback. But now having seen this kind of structure, then I know it may even go alright all the way there, or there. You have to know this. It may go right all there, then it does this, does that. So we just have to get to know what is happening. Remember, down below here you have some resistance. It is on that order block, but we can just go with this for now. There's that kind of resistance going on right there. I mean support level right there. So whatever we do, we have to be ready for this kind of move. This is a rising wedge. We know with a rising wedge we will anticipate sales, and that's what we'll be looking for after it breaks out right here. So do you guys want to enter sales? Let's see. Buys? Yes, I think we can actually enter buys according to M15. These buys will be taking us right all the way there. So do we enter now? One may enter now, but most of the times, you know how we do this. You want to wait for a pullback right here and then make that buy entry to take you where? To take you all the way up there or right here. This will be your first TP, this will be your last TP, your second TP, all the way back to the trend line. Or you try to look for such right about there, so that you don't stay longer in the market just because you want it to touch the trend line. Alright, so that is happening right now. The buy is happening right now. I will be looking for a pullback right here. So, oh man, this is a heavy stop, that's a heavy lot size. We need a 0.02. That's what I'll be using right here, right there. Alright, that's what I'll be using right there. When it comes back to that level, my buys will be locked in. Now jump 50, jump 50. So jump 50, we made money on Friday a lot. So let's look at that today. So the buy there and then come down with a sell. This is a pullback that we wanted according to what? According to daily, yes. Pullback there and then come in with sells again, and it has already done that. So let's go to H4. Let's look at history. You can see how the trades we took, that they are around that level. Yeah, so we can remove that. Now it has reached the level we needed, but according to H4, it's as if we needed to actually continue with the buy according when we are looking at CCI, but according to okay, H4 is going to retrace back where we have a break of structure right here, but its current formation looks to be trying to give us a change of character right here. So if this candle closes and it doesn't break out to give us a new high, then one may anticipate a change of character later on to actually continue selling. So let's look at H1, and of course H1 is actually looking at confirming what we are talking about. So if price breaks that level, means we are going to sell just like we need on on daily time frame. That's what we'll be looking for. So for now, this is a break of structure, delete it. We wait for this change of character. So going to M15, it is the same thing. I can't enter such a market. It's going to be slow and it's going to be consolidating for more 4 hours. It's going to be consolidating for more 4 hours. So I don't have to, unless if you guys want to scalp it. Scalping it is always easy to do, because you can go all the way to M15, M5 and look for those kinds of entries. Right here, you know, it may come up, give a pullback and then continue buying. It may not continue right here until there. It may just make another pullback right about there. So that's what price normally does. It doesn't move in a straight line. It may do this before it reaches there. So let's just hold on. Let's just hold on to make any entries, and we wait. Jump 25. Jump 25. If it comes here, I'm going to put my entry here, and I'll put 0.2. If it comes back here, and I'm going to be looking at my TP. Anyway, before it does, I'll be back already. So this is a pullback where I want to enter from, and then look at that kind of buy to continue. Alright, so jump. This is a scalping move, so if you enter, please stay on the chart until you make your money and move out. This is jump 25. Now let's wind up this. Let's wind up. We have about 7 minutes to close this. We have about 7 minutes to close this jump. We are going to go to jump 25. jump 25. So looking at what we have, okay. Weekly, we've been looking for sales. Unfortunately, it didn't come back to activate my sell limits that I wanted. It was to come and activate them. Oh, wait, when did I put them? Don't tell me that these guys... Oh yes, I put them in that order block. I mean that fair value gap according to H4. And the price never actually reacted back to it. So we have started to sell. We have a break of structure right there. We'll call it a change of character, but now price has come to this order block. According to H4, we are overbought, oversold, and price clearly has reacted right there. So what do? We know that the buy has started. Let's confirm that on H1. Do we wait? I don't think so, because we are seeing that we are looking at buys. Let's confirm on M15. M15 is not yet confirming, so what do? We wait for the confirmation on M15. How are we going to get that confirmation on M15? Let's look at the previous. Let's look at points of interest. Clearly there is that order block, but then going to H1, that fair value gap may be ideal to come back to, but I clearly see I'm seeing this to be the ideal level. This one right here, this one right there, and then a pullback, so first now delete this, and then we wait. So that's what I'm gonna wait for me right here. You have to remember that according to H4, we are actually in the buys. We are in the buys. We are in the buys. According to H4, we are in the buys. And the price came back to that fair value gap. I'm not sure if it is enough. We will see if that's enough, and clearly price is above our 10 MA, so we have to be careful. We don't have a confirmation to enter this on M15. We don't have a confirmation, so all I can say is for me to enter, I will first see now a break of structure right here, right about there, and then the retest. If it continues to buy, if it continues to buy, because according to H4, it's likely not going to come again down. That is according to H4. So that's why I'm saying all this, that we may have to just wait for a break of structure right there. Once it happens, then one can actually look at entering when it makes the retest. So for now, that's a no-go for me. I'm not entering this kind of market. Jump 25 there. Let's look at jump 10, and we call it a day, weekly. We are within that channel. According to weekly, we need buys, then sales later. So daily, what are we looking at? Buys. So we have a lot of confusion going on right here. According to H4, the trend is a bit confusing. Having seen that daily, we should be looking for buys, but right here we are looking at sales. Delete all this. Delete. So Now that we have this kind of, we want this buy actually to continue to where? To there. Will it actually reach there? Having touched this premium and touch that fair value gap, I doubt it is going to actually continue. Look at the candlesticks right there. According to daily, they are all rejection candlesticks. So we're going to going to H4, the sales are coming in again. So this is a no-go now. Delete that. So sales is a no, buys is a no-go. Let's look for sales. Now sales, we are looking for sales. We are looking for sales. Let's go to M15. We had a change of character right here. Wow, this I can only enter on time frames like H4 and daily, where we are currently. I can only do that. This is very risky to trade. This asset is very risky to trade. So clearly, you will see this kind of that's a kind of structure we are seeing. So it touched here, so clearly one may say it's going back there. If that's the case, then M15 should be in a buy, and clearly it is showing us that it is in a buy. And according to H1, it has come back to that order block, which is not even a valid order block. So I'm wondering what this asset is doing. So go to M30, see if there's something weird. M30 is actually showing us we should be selling. M15 we should be buying. So how are we going to look at this? Let me get a perfect look right here. I want to understand its movement, then I can know what to do. And then I get to know what to do. Okay, that's what I see. So is it going to break out? Because this is some sort of a rising wedge. If it is going to break out, then that means sales are going to continue. So is it going to break out? Let's wait and see if it's likely going to continue breaking out. Yeah, there's an order block right here that gave us this fair value gap. So is it coming back to that order block, which is the only valid order block I can see on M15? So is it going to come back here, give us this kind of fake breakout, and then later on come with the buys, just like we need according to H4, just like we need according to H4. So is this going to happen? Let's wait and see. So let's wait and see. That is jump 10 for us there. I have no other business with it now until I have a clear structure. So I think by now you guys clearly see that Mondays are always slow. So let's do the recap and call it a day. That's how Mondays have been for the past I don't know how long Mondays have been this slow. And just before we actually change from J10 or jump 10, you can see that price is actually looking at coming here. So I can put my level there and look at a stop loss of 87155. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna put a bit low from that OB right there. Yes, just so that's how I'm gonna enter this asset right there. I'm gonna enter my buy right there. If it comes all the way here, I will accept my loss. So let's do the recap and we call it a day. From crash 500, I wanted price to break this level, then I can enter my sales. So it hasn't happened yet, so no go. Boom 1000. I want to make my entry from here. I missed the entry from here, so price has reacted back to this order block. So according to M15, we should be making, it is a retracement level. Actually, we've reached the retracement level. So is it going to pull back from here? I doubt. It's likely to come all the way down below here. So what do we do? One may say I enter from here, but it is a bit risky having seen this right here. So, and I don't want to be caught off guard, so I rather just stick to this order block right here that gave me this kind of big fair value gap. So that's what I'm gonna do. Boom 500. The buy, we entered the buy, but like I said, I'm just going to hold my stops right there. I don't want to enter big. I entered according to H4, so if H4 it still has some good hours, will it come to my stop loss? Let's wait and see. So this is likely to be taken out from what I see, because almost everything is pushing for sales. The M10, the change of character there, the only thing holding back is the order block that was tested back to. That is the only thing that is showing me. So this is what this, I think, is my bad to actually make that entry. I was supposed to wait. So let's wait and see. I've already entered. 15 is okay. I can risk 15. It's not going to spike and increase my stop loss. It's not going to spike and come against me to take more than 15, so I'm okay with that. V25, price has done exactly what we wanted. Pull back here, and then entry was supposed to be there. Do we enter? That is the plan that we have, but do we make an entry? I think we do. I'm gonna enter because that's the plan I already have that I had made. So make my buy entry right there, put my stop loss right here, and leave it. If it comes, then it will take me out right there. This is what V75. V75, I want a pullback here and I enter. So the pullback hasn't started, so I will wait. Jump 50. price actually failed to come to test our level, so it has gone to the TP level that we needed. So now this is not valid anymore. I can delete that buy limit. Jump 25, we need a pullback here, then we enter. So let's look at that. Is it a valid thing to do? At H1 on 15, we can choose to enter sales if we have a confirmation. I think we can enter our sales. The general trend is a buy, so why do we risk entering sales? Now I'm not going to risk. Let me just put my buy limit right here and just wait. Yeah, I'm not going to risk unless it gives me a confirmation to make the sell on M15. Jump 10 price has failed. It's failing to reach the level there. Let's wait and see if it will reach this level to activate our buys, and then we look at taking it all the way up. So that's how it is today. The market is slow, but of course we can never fail to get one or two trades once we focus on some of the assets. Just like I've shown you, we can never fail to get one or two trades. So I think you guys have now known which assets to trade today, which assets are not we may not trade with, that are not actually worth it to risk your money on. So I think that's it for me. I want to wish you guys a good day. Hopefully you had a good time. For the mentorship program is still going on. So if you haven't registered, if you did not register last week, we're just starting to learn these chart patterns. So if you want, you can join, because we haven't started like big things. So even on the chart patterns, we haven't gone a lot, so you can still join. The signal group is still going on, so I only allowed one entry, one guy who actually paid for the signal last night. Was it last night? So I may not allow, because I wanted us to keep month in, not in between. Those will give me issues. Some will be having 3 weeks. They'll be saying now they want to go 1 week in another month. I want to be a systematic thing, month per month, just the way it should be. A month ends, we know that has gone, and then we start a new one. So that's why I don't know how I even forgot about it and allowed the guy to pay. I wouldn't allow another until the month ends. So for now, please, unless if you're willing to enter for 3 weeks and know that at the end of 3 weeks a new month is ending, and that will be another payment for that new month. Otherwise, let me wish you guys a good day. See you tomorrow same time. I'll see you tomorrow same time as we analyze more. But for the signal guys, we are still together. We're going to be analyzing, we're going to be trading together the whole day. As signals come around, I'll be sharing them with you guys. Otherwise, let me wish you guys a good day. See you tomorrow. Happy trading.